pleasure to be in Tampa and seeing folks like Dale Layer. Where did Charlton go? I agreed with Coach Jarvis completely. I hope Charlton didn't leave because I am here. I could care less if people from our league are here, people we're going to compete against. I couldn't agree with Coach more. If our team plays better than your team, we're probably going to win. If your team plays better than my team, plays harder and does better things, you're probably going to win. Charlton Young is doing a heck of a job at Georgia Southern. I do know that, and unfortunately we're in the same half, so we play those rascals twice a year. I've been at Wofford. I'm starting my 24th year, which is a real mouthful. 24 years at the same place in this business. I had the opportunity in my first 13 years, I'm still working for him today. Our head coach at the time, Richard Johnson, is now our athletic director. I just liked the place, and the place fit me, and there came a time after 6-7 years, I really wanted to be a head coach, and I thought that the best way for me to do that was to hang on. Nobody ever guaranteed me anything. Nobody told me you're going to be the next head coach, nothing. And it worked out, and I'm starting my 10th or 11th, I lose count. I'm starting my 10th or 11th year, and it's a wonderful place. It's been great to me. It's a really, really, really good school, liberal arts, small by design, and our team has managed to overcome bad coaching. We've won a lot of games here in the last 5-6 years, and hope we can continue doing it. I always get the things nobody else wants to talk about. I was talking to my dear friend Dale Layer. He asked me what I was talking about. I said zone offense. I said, Dale, we probably haven't seen 10 possessions of zone defense in the last 5 years, and I'm going to talk about zone offense. But I do think that we do some neat things. You may disagree, and that's okay too. I do agree wholeheartedly with Coach Jarvis when he says if we can take something away from clinics like these. I love clinics like these, especially this time of year, to get the wheels rolling again. I'm so tired of talking to 18-year-olds. I can't stand it. But to be able to think a little bit and hopefully pick up something. I've done so many of these things, guys, and you young guys, take notes, not from me. Take notes, and you hear people like him and Dale Layer and Charlton Young. I still have my notes from 1984. I went to Bob Knight's clinic, his coach's academy, up at IU. I've got so many notes, and we'll refer back to those time and time again. I've heard Coach speak at Coach Shiatt's clinic. I look at those notes about this time of year as we head into October, and just looking for different things. Please ask questions. There's no such thing as a bad question. I hope I've got the answer to any question that you might have. I will introduce 27 years, and Gus Hauser's been with me. This is his second year, and that rascal is as good as I've had. He'll be demonstrating with us. He probably knows it better than I do. You know, it's interesting, and they contradict one another. Why'd you sit down, Brad? Good. Good. You didn't look like a post player anyway. Contradictions. You know, Coach Jarvis, I don't want to give the impression that, you know, we're the smartest guys on the block. We're not. I mean, this is what we do, and it does appear to be a lot. It really isn't when you really, you know, when you're doing it day in, day out. Florida Clinic a couple years ago, the guy has become a mentor, and I just think the absolute world of Dell Harris. Coach and Dell Harris and Sonny Smith, and they started that group. Great stories. George Raveling, Coach was a part of that group. Dale Harris said something 2 years ago that resonated with me. It's not so much or how much you do. We can run 25 different things, but more of what you do. So let's say we have a pit series, and we have pit 1 and pit 2. Well, instead of another series, take that and add to that. And I can see things in our 5-on-0, I can see things in our practice, and see different opportunities and different things that can spring out of what we're doing. So when you get right down to it, Gus would agree, we're really doing 3 or 4 things, but we're doing 5 or 6 things out of that deal. So what I'm going to throw at you seems like a lot. It's not. I'm not trying to fool anybody up here, fellas. I'm not trying to convince you I know a whole lot about it. Some things that you may hear as we move on: hold on to. Hold on to. We want to hold on to that defender right there in our zone, as opposed to taking it one bounce too much and he comes here and he comes here. We're trying to get our 3 guys against your 2 guys. We're trying to get our 2 guys against your 1 guy. We want to freeze that guy. Hold on to, freeze is essentially the same thing, with a hard bounce. So he's got to play me, and now we've got something down there. A ball fake is huge. I heard Mark Prosser is a terrific assistant for me. He's now at Winthrop with Pat Kelsey, and he probably heard it from his dad. Mark used the term some time ago, gamesmanship. Gamesmanship. A ball fake, what we do is an essential part of what we're doing. You may not be involved, but you've got something to do with that set or that play, and your gamesmanship in selling what you're doing to occupy another player is a big deal. A shot fake. We want to occupy someone. You may not be involved, but if you can occupy that guy or that guy, you got to have an imagination with these chairs, guys. I hope you have an imagination. You've got to occupy people so we can get another one in behind that one to get what we're looking for. Get away from someone. The first thing we'll talk about is simply a gap. It sounds as elementary as it gets, but we still do it, and we will still put a 4-man in this slot, or a very good passer, and we've had some great ones. We don't want to be up here against this guy. We want to be in this cavity here, and we want to work through here and look back. And we put a couple in that slot that couldn't shoot a lick, couldn't score a lick. One of the best players I've ever had, a kid named Tim Johnson from Memphis, Tennessee. He's now with Larry Scheid at Wyoming as a graduate assistant. He couldn't make a shot if his life depended on it. But people still guarded him. People don't like for the ball to be here. Their defense doesn't like for the ball to be here. And that rascal, it was an interesting guy. He couldn't shoot a lick, but he was a fabulous passer. Oh my gosh, was that man a great passer. And he could put it on the floor for a bounce or two. Big, strong guy, loved him to death, and I would love to have another one. That same clinic had a guy never turned down a guy that can really rebound it, and that's why we took him. And he was that. He was an unbelievable rebounder. Cavities. We're looking for cavities. Get away from people. We want to occupy 2/5 of the defense if we can make both of these, and so on. I'm just going to run through them. If you have questions, stop me, and you'll have to bear with me a little bit as the wheels get turning here at 49. They don't turn quite as sharply as they once did. Michael, you're the point guard. Take it right there. You're Brad Losing. Well, I tell you what, if you're as good as he is, you're really good. Would you play the 2, please? I'm going to make you the 5. Do you mind? Do you mind? Our 5 doesn't want to be a 5 either, but you're going to be a 5 today. Would you be the 4 and go to that block if you would? Mike, you're the point. Daniel, 2 and 3. Let's just go through them, and you can name them whatever you want. We call them 1, 2, 3. We've got, our Richmond series, we call it. Richmond, 1. We want to take it to Daniel, and we want to get it back. Again, an imagination on who's going to be guarding who. When we throw it here to Daniel, that forward is probably coming off to guard here. Spacing's a little bit different. Our spacing is just essential. Maybe not this, but when we get into it, we got to have guys in certain spots, and we just go over and go over. Sometimes with 3 as opposed to the whole deal. But we're going to give it back to Mike, and our 4 is now going to step up and ball screen. What is your name? David, please. Ball screen. Stop there. I think the ball screen has become the most overused deal in basketball. You may disagree. We can play Chattanooga, who their head coach is as good a friend as I have in coaching. We will guard 65 to 80 ball screens in a game. That's what they do. We're going to guard a lot of ball screens with Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern has some guys that can use a ball screen. I've never thought we've had, maybe 2 that were great off of ball screens. We'll ball screen off of motion more so than we will, or excuse me, off of zone than we will. Man, why? I think there's a lot to be said for that screen away there. There are 3 other people out here guarding a cross screen, guarding a pin down, guarding screen-to-screener action. I think that's a heck of a lot more difficult to guard. At least it has been for us, than a ball screen. But we will ball screen a zone a lot. We're going to take him off, and you're going to start running, Daniel. And what we're trying to get to, as you bring the ball, you've got to take it right down here, Mike, because we have to have that guy guard you. All right? Now, that's what we're looking for. Doesn't always work out that way. But this is the first part of it. Hit. This forward's got to come off, and you're trying to screen that guy. Okay? You're trying to screen that guy. Okay? Now, if they do, whatever happens, and this forward can stay here, that's all right. That's all right. Hit Mike, and move back over here. And David, it's my brother's name. We can continue. It's a little continuity. David, back to that block. You're going to come up and ball screen. All right? Take it off. Take it off. Move Mike. Move Mike. You've got to drive it right here. You have to make that guard you. Come on. All right? Come on. Hit. Bang. There we go. That's 1. That's 1. Now let's go back to our spots. Let's go back to our spots. 2. Hit Daniel. Get it back. Get it back. David, come and ball screen. Slide, Daniel. David, ball screen. And David, what we want you to do is really whiff. Okay? We're just trying to make it look like 1. And we want that guy to beat you. We want that guy to get over top of you. That's what they want to do. They want to keep him on that one so that one can guard that one, and that forward can guard that, and the big's got that. So we're going to let you do that. We want you to do that. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to twist that ball screen, and we're going to send Mike right down the lane line. Okay? Right down the lane line. Okay? Now, Mike, what you're reading is this forward, all right? He's got to help up, or if he stays, that's a little jump shot. And you are going to work underneath and hook that big. We had a 6'6" bad athlete who couldn't shoot a lick, a Dahlman kid. Was a great layup maker. He made a bunch of them in his day. And to see him execute that seal was a sight to behold, and we got that time and time and time again for him. Now, we can run 3. Yes. 2. Coach, Mike, give it to Daniel and get it back. All right? Now, Coach, a lot of it is we're just trying to get you where we want you, okay, for lack of a better term. We're just trying to give you a little fluff, if you will. I'm not sure the word I'm looking for? We're just trying to give you some stuff to make it look like something and then get it back another direction, okay? False action. Those Liberty guys. He's a Queens guy is what he is. We want this to look like one. So David is going to sprint up like he's going to a fire, and when he gets to the level of the screen, don't touch him. Just let him go. We want him to stay with Mike. Come on, Mike, take it off. Take it off. That's where we want him. And now we're going to zap him with that one, and we're going to take it right back. Now that point guard, we'll work and work and work with that. That is off here and between the legs, and we want to work downhill right there, okay? If he steps up, boom. If he stays, a little one, or we can always hit. And if that's Dahlman, you better damn well give him the ball if he's open. That's 2. Is that okay? Now 3, Coach. 3. Again, we want our 3 versus your 2. We want our 2 versus your 1. That's what we're trying to get to. 3, the spacing is absolutely critical. We like this one a lot. We've run this one a lot. Same deal. Give it to him. Daniel, you're going to slide deep. Get deep. Okay? Stay there, Coach. You're going to come on down. Start edging down here to the lane line. David, you're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing. And David, we do want to ball screen him this time. Give it back to him. Come on. All right. Hit. And at about the time Mike comes over, and there's some specific timing deals that we won't go into entirely. I don't mind doing so. Take it right there, Mike, and take a big step back. David, after ball screening, go run like a wild Indian to that middle guy, all right, and seal like crazy. Coach, come on. As he gets to the top, or as David starts to roll, okay, you are going to fill this spot right here. Mike, hit. Now, what do we have? We are playing 2-on-1 with that guy. There has to be a shot fake here to pull that guy down so we can get it to that one, all right? We can throw it into the post. We can hit him, and we'll have him open. That is a ball screen, not much to it, roll like crazy, and we're looking for that middle guy because we don't want that middle guy to smell what we're doing, and he can get there. But at the end of the day, that's not all bad either. That's a big post player, and we think we can shot fake him. He's on a long close. He should not be able to guard us, okay? He should not be able to guard us. Now, it's not that hard. Don't let me confuse you. We can cluster those, and we will cluster those. 1, Richmond 1. We can play Richmond 12. We can play Richmond 13, okay? 12 is 1, then to 2. That's all it is. And 1 is nothing. We're not trying to hit you. We're just giving you some false action, all right? So, Mike, I'm a better point guard than you are, Mike. Give me that ball. I'm going to give it to Daniel, and I'm going to get it back, and David's going to come up, and he's going to ball screen. Don't mess with him, David. Just come up there like you know what you're doing, all right? And I'm going to give it to Coach. What's your name? Slide down a little bit, Coach. John. And John is going to give it back to me, all right? David there. Coach, come on. What is 2? What is 2? You're whiffing at him. You want him to stay with me, all right? I'm sorry. Ball screen here, this way. There you go, Coach. There you go. I'm taking it off. What is 2? I'm whiffing at him, and I'm twisting that. David, hook that big, and I'm playing 2-on-1 off of him. 12, 13, 1 to 3. 1 is nothing. We're just letting you see something, and then once we get it on the other side, and now we'll go to it. We've got a lot of mileage off of this one. Cleveland. I do think, contradict what Coach Jarvis said. I'm not qualified to do it, but I'm going to do it. There are guys in our league do a phenomenal job of scouting. I mean, a great job. Calls but how can we disrupt that? We can start guys in all kinds of different spots. We've just got to have them in certain spots once we hit the go button, if you will. All right? We have smart people. We've got one in Richmond, and we may have 3 different things for the same call. This is Cleveland. What is your name? John, just kind of linger down here. What is your name?
Daniel.
I knew that. You're back on. Mike, you're back on. All right? You're just kind of lingering. All right? David, you're still the 5, okay? 4, all right? And you're going to kind of hang out here. This has been a great one for us. I love this one. John, over here. Just kind of mess around here a little bit. Give it to Mike. Give it to John. And come over here a little bit, Mike. Come over here a little bit and get it back. And then I want you to sprint to the elbow and come up off the top, and you start making your way to the top or in here, right in there. Take it off real hard, Mike. All right, real hard. Just want to take it at him, all right? And now we're going to throw it back to John, who's come to the elbow and to the top. And John, that is a violent ball fake. Wham, all right? Violent ball fake. Over here, I'm sorry. You're right, David. That is a violent ball fake. And now it looks like gap. We got a big old 4-man in here searching for the ball. And now when that ball's in flight from Mike to John, we're going to hook this guy. That violent ball fake hopefully has pulled him another half step. And now I can whack him right down the chute we go. David, what are you doing up underneath? And hook that big, and you're playing 2-on-1 off of him or underneath to his left hand, to his outside hand, or it's away from the defense, okay? Okay? That's been a good one. I love that one. We got to College of Charleston with that last year. They've got a great 2-guard, knocked his head off right there, and it was a big possession of that game. We want to disguise it, Daniel. We want to disguise it. We don't want to come up here too early and let him see it, all right? But if I can set my rear end of the corner, if I can set that there, and he runs right into it, right down the chute we go, David, boom, all right? Now, let's go to Cleveland. Let's go to Cavalier. You haven't run this one as much, but we're going to. Same thing, Mike. Same thing. Get it back. Take it back. Take it over hard. Really hard. All right? Hang on right there, Daniel. Up, John. Up. Now, John, we want you to foot fake. Boom. Here. All right? Come on up. You stay there. We want a foot fake here to hopefully drag everybody a step, and Mike right back, and you're simply, Daniel, we're going to hook this one. Boom. Over, duck, down the chute, 2-on-1 over there. That's a good one. Like that one. What else we got, Bo? I'll look at my notes. I'm getting gap. 12, 13. All right, spin. Remember that one. Spin. Now, I think the hardest thing in the game to guard is a team that can really move. We're not slow by any stretch. But we put an enormous value on shot selection. We put an enormous value on making that defense work. And if I expire on the sideline, it will be because of a turnover. We can't turn the ball over. I have a hard time with that one. Don't turn the doggone ball over. Don't turn it over. We can play motion 1, motion 3, and all we're trying to do, this has been good for us. We got lucky and beat South Carolina a couple of years ago. and their zone was pretty good, as long and athletic early, but after about, after the first 10 seconds or so, it softened up and you could get people where you wanted it. So we would run motion, and nothing elaborate like Coach Alexander's motion, but we would simply basket cut. But as that shot clock, and we use that as a point of reference, as that shot clock got to 18, I think was our point, we needed guys in these spots. Easy enough. And it doesn't necessarily have to be 1, 2, 3. Our 2 could be up there. We got to have some skilled guys, and we do. Motion to 1. So at 18, that thing came up, and Mike hits me, and Mike comes over. He gets it back. Daniel over, and here you go, John, and you're trying to sit on him. Take it off. Other way. Daniel, other way. Come on. That's 1. Right? That's 1. We can scramble 3. All right? You can't scout it. By the time these coaches have figured out what we've got, they can't get that communicated. We can start here in a stack. We can start all 4 of them together. It doesn't matter. We start them all stacked up here like corkwood. But once we get gone, we're going to play 3. All right? Boom, boom, up, come on, ball screen, and roll hard, slide. Here I go, shot fake, occupy, boom, there. We started this one many years ago, my first year. We don't run this as much as a zone play as we do a man play, but it's been a really nice play for us, really good. Daniel, I'm going to make you the 4 this time. You're the 4. Daniel's the 5. Slide down a little bit, Coach. Spin. This is a really good play. If you got a really good score, spin. We're going to give it to Coach. Get it back, Mike. Come on and ball screen. And I'm going to stick my head in the hole. I'm running with the ball. All right. David, pop. Now what we're trying to do is get this guy to follow me so we can get him inside of you, okay? Yeah, you're going to make him guard you, David. He's got to guard you, and you're probably spread a little too much. Right there's fine. Give it back, head in the hole. Give it to David. You're screening that one. Now this is the big one. Get it? He cuts over the top, and go get the middle guy and go sit on him, all right, and we'll play through you. As good for man as this zone, because at least for our guys, we've shot it well. We've had some really good shooters. You can't go a man remove. You got to tag, and if that kid can curl a lick, that makes it that much harder. It's not an easy cut, but one we can make. I didn't like a 1-3-1. We struggled with it. Larry Hunter at Western Carolina, who is a fabulous coach, would play us some 1-3-1 and gave us some problems. I think you younger guys, if you took a summer, heard this from Vern Canfield. Remember Vern Canfield? Vern Canfield was head coach at Washington and Lee for many, many, many years. He told me a long time ago, in 1984 or somewhere in there, he would take something every summer and study it, look at it. Maybe something that you don't plan to use, just want to know more about it. So spent a lot of time with this a couple of summers ago, and we came up with a couple of things that have been very good to us versus the 1-3-1. We can call leg, call this one leg. 1-3-1, I'm going to pull you up, you're over Mike. Your best scorer or your best shooter is going to be with your point. You're a best shooter. It's amazing. David, you're Tim Johnson. You can't shoot a lick. You couldn't make a three-point basket if your life depended on it. We're going to put this bad shooter over here. He's our 4-man. But by gosh, they're going to go running at him as soon as we ball fake, and you're over here. Okay, just kind of hanging out, just kind of lingering, leg. I'm going to throw it over. Doesn't matter where this guy's playing. He's probably up here splitting you, and we're going to ball fake. I got this from Brad Burnell, Coach Smith, who's a terrific coach, working with Brad now. And we're going to ball fake like crazy. All we're trying to do, we just want that guy to blink. Just get him to blink. And if we can do that, now we can come up off the baseline. We can come up off the baseline and we can whack him, and now we're throwing back there. All right? Good pass. Perfect. That's hard. Long close, but that warrior, the guy in the warrior spot's probably going to that guy. Okay? The best one, the one we play most often. We'll just play this. We'll give belt a look. If you guard it, that's fine. We'll go to 14. David on the block. Stay low. Coach, down here. 14, we'll just match up. It's all right. We want to. We'll just match up with this guy. Now, if you've got to take it one side or the other, that's all right. You got some pressure on you. That's okay. But we want to take 4 and 5. We want to start everybody behind it. Now, as we engage, come running up. It really doesn't matter, but preferably underneath our arc, all right? Come on. Guards lift. All right, outside hand, give it to Tim Johnson, and you're going to dive as hard as you can, David, on that warrior. Okay? As hard as you can. I'm you. I don't want to be you. You're better than I am. All right? You're going to dive there. Point guard over there. Okay? We can get that. That's hard to guard. That warrior feels like he's got to go there, and this one's got to guard, has to guard this one. He's in a pickle. That guy's not moving. That one's going to go that. If you mess around with it, if you explore it and just take some time to finagle your way through it, it's been really, really, really good for us. We can go to a guard. Give the ball back here. John, you and David, 4 and 5. Up, stay lifted. Hit there. It's always the opposite big that's going. Bang, trying to get that one. If the warrior slides there, down a little bit more, John. If the warrior slides there and they're going to try to pick me up, we can skip. All we're trying to do is get them moving. Once we get them moving, once we get a 1-3-1 moving, now we can shot fake it and bounce it and look at all kinds of different things. That may not look as good, may not look as effective there as it can be or has been. Can we run our man stuff against this thing? Can we run our man stuff against a 2-3 or a 3-2? We will take not as much as we used to do it a lot. We still do it some. We'll take a 5-minute segment in our practice. We'll take a 5-minute segment in our practice and look at something often. Not necessarily against the zone, but something in our defense. It doesn't matter what it is. Can we run something out of our man series versus a zone? Go 4 right there. John right there. Mike, take the ball. You're over here. David, back to the 5. Sorry, David. Back to the 5. David, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. Up here. Can we run this? This is one of our man sets. Can we run, this is Orlando. Can we run Orlando versus your zone? Can we take him off? Take it over, Mike. And hook him. And just kind of loiter. Come on. You're going here. Stop. Ball's in flight. And you're trying to screen that guy. And we can scrape him right off that shoulder. Can we do that? And there's all kinds of different things from there. All right, we don't like that. That doesn't go. Now, we've got to keep him with us. We don't want him to come on to you. That dorks us up. So that might be 2 really quick bounces. If we can hold him here, now you're sealing that one and you're coming down here, right there. Can we do that? And we'll look at all those things. Look at your man stuff versus zones. The one, guys, you can sit down. The one thing that I think one of my all-time favorites, and just the utmost respect for Brad and Tom at Rollins. The one thing that we had a game this year. Jimmy Tillett at Sanford, fabulous coach. We had a hard time with their matchup this year. We didn't move very well, and I did a bad job. And I think what the Tars are doing is a lot of matchup. When we ran all that stuff, we didn't play very well. I will see Coach Tillett and Jeff Reynolds at Air Force next week, and they're going to talk about the things offensively that were best against them. So, you know, there you have it. Again, it appears to be a lot. It appears to be a lot for guys to absorb. It really isn't. It really isn't. You know, just repetition, repetition, repetition. 5-on-0. We do more 5-on-0. Probably too much. Probably too much. But we like what we do, and we've had some success with it. Anything else? Anything else I can help you with? And I'll get out of your way. Do I, Gus? Heck, I don't know. Not so much 5-on-0, but about everything we do, Coach, is competitive. I think guys want to do that. I mean, you can feel a little lull. All right, this is for, you know, an up-down or whatever. Holy cow, that they'll go then. I mean, everything we do, and guys want to play. Guys want to, you know, see things together. Not so much 5-on-0, but a lot of competitive stuff 5-on-5, especially October to, you know, 1st of December. A lot of it. OB under. You know what we're going to do? We're going to play line. And we're really creative at Wofford, Coach. We're really creative. We're going to take those guys, and it doesn't matter the order or across, and we're going to run them wherever we want them, and we're going to run that same stuff. 1, 2, 3. Cleveland, Cavalier. They know where they're going. All right, we've drilled it, and we're going to take 2 over here, and we're going to take our 4 there, and once we get it inbounds and go to the top of the floor, we've got it. Here comes the 4, bang, take it off. I've got to dribble this gap. He's going to help, boom, and over. But nothing that I can think off the top of my head specific for a zone. We're just going to run our regular stuff. No. Brad, and we'll scrimmage Belmont and Coach Layer. We've done very little zone work before November 5th. I just don't think people are going to zone us. But I also think you can get caught with your pants down if you're not really ready to go with it by game 1. Somebody zaps that on you, 1-3-1. We'll do a lot of it, Brad. 15 minutes, about every day for the 2 weeks prior to our opener on November 11th. We will have introduced it. We'll introduce it probably October 26, 27, 28, somewhere in there. Maybe during a pre-practice, we typically go over new stuff, pre-practice, or we've got a 2-hour window, Tuesdays and Thursdays, an academic break for different things, not for basketball. Let me assure you at Wofford, it's not for basketball. But we'll introduce some new things then so we can go right to it when we start practice. Anybody else? Greatly appreciate the opportunity to be here. I wish all of you well. If we can ever do anything for you at Wofford, please let me know. Thanks, fellas.